Could you tell me a little bit about why you decided to get involved with the Vote Leave campaign?
Well, like a lot of people, I was undecided before David Cameron came back from Europe. He said the EU needed fundamental reform, which most people agreed with. He didn't get it, and then he said he had got it. So I thought that was inappropriate, is the word you could use, and I felt that the EU is heading in an undemocratic direction, and prosperity and freedom are closely linked to democracy. So we don't elect European commissioners who instigate laws in Europe. We can't fire them or deselect them, and the European court's judgments are superior to our own. So it's an increasingly undemocratic system. Greece and Portugal can't decide on their own interest rates or any more their own budgets, the major controls of the government. It's all going pear-shaped.
And how do you feel the Vote Leave campaign is going so far? Because we've heard a lot from Vote Remain, but not so much from Vote Leave in the mainstream media. So how do you think it's going so far?
I think the government has come out with a lot more money, like their leaflet they sent out for £9 million just before the spending deadline, which Vote Leave didn't have. They've come out with a lot of scare stories, genocide, war, a plague of locusts. But I think it's starting to rub people up the wrong way. They've put something in Obama's coffee, and he's come out in favour of Remain, even though Americans would never accept a dilution of their own democracy.
Do you think Obama should be getting involved in British politics?
Well, Obama definitely shouldn't be getting involved because the American Constitution enshrines democracy. So they would never give away the democratic powers we've given away to Europe. And are continuing to lose our democracy. So I don't know what old Barack was on.
Okay. And what do you think about the politicians so far that you've got on the Vote Leave campaign, who you've got on your side? Do you think they're going to be strong enough to help sway everyone over, or do you think...
Well, I oppose the euro, and the CBI, the FT, the Prime Minister, most of the good and the great were in favour of the euro. This time we've got a bigger team batting for us. We won it without them before, but I think we'll be World Cup winners with the team we've got now.
So you're
we've
feeling
got
positive?
Groovy Boris, Marvellous Michael, and Gorgeous George from down in Cornwall. So what more could you want?
So you're a team of superheroes?
Yes, well I haven't seen anyone wearing their underpants outside their trousers yet, but it's only a matter of time.
Okay, and as a business owner, a very big business owner, you're one of the few to speak out in favour of leaving the EU, whereas a lot have decided to stay in. Why do you think a lot of other big businesses want to stay in so much? I
think it's hard to say, really. I think a lot of it was the same thing with the euro, where the CBI, Unilever, Rolls-Royce, the very biggest companies in Britain, were all in favour of the euro. It's been a disaster. I think, don't tell anyone, but I think they're just a bit sheep-like.
So you think everyone else is just sort of following the crowd?
Yeah. I think everyone else is following the crowd. The last time it was the public who were sensible. They said we're not going to have the euro, and strangely enough the public is much more intelligent than the CBI, the FT and most of the bigwigs.
Yeah, brilliant. And from an Exeter perspective, because I know you've got quite close ties to the city, and what do you think about the population of Exeter and how they're going to vote?
Exeter is a mystery unto itself, but I think people are rational in Exeter, and I think they understand that they should have control of their own democracy. They don't like laws being made for them by bureaucrats that they haven't elected and can't fire. So I think they're going to go with Vote Leave.
Lovely, thank you. And maybe just a couple more questions, just quick fire rounds. I would say a couple of things, and you just have to describe them in 3 words. If that's okay, it's a bit of fun, just to end things. So, David Cameron.
Used car salesman, don't buy.
The Remain campaign so far. Maybe 5 words. 3 is quite difficult.
Exaggeration, exaggeration, and more exaggeration, and a plague of locusts.
Plague of locusts. And Exeter as a whole, as a city.
Cathedral, groovy Weatherspoon pubs, subtropical climate.
Lovely today. Lovely. Is there anything else you'd like to add or highlight?
No, but very nice talking to you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That was brilliant. Thank you.